7:34.
It reveals those puppy drawings.
Awake with Jake, Saturday before Christmas. We have our federally mandated holiday on Tuesday. Obama Day on Monday. The president yesterday signed an executive order giving all federal workers off on Monday. So you got that going for you. See, if you were a federal worker, you'd have a 4-day weekend. There's an incentive to become a federal worker. You got that? You got that. Monday's show, I'll be in with John Cass. We're not taking Obama Day off. We will be here. One of the stories we're going to talk about, there's a Florida man yesterday in his car. He ran over his ex-girlfriend yesterday. Then he backed up and ran into her again. When asked why, he said he misses her sometimes. Anyway, speaking of dogs, Colorado, now that they've legalized pot, now they can get to the important issues there, and has to do with dogs. They wish to make it safer for dogs. You know, when dogs are running around, there's swimming pools, little wading pools, and stuff like that. There's proposed legislation that will. I don't even know how to say this. I never thought 20 years of doing this I would ever have to say this. They will have compulsory canine life jackets at swimming pools for dogs. They're concerned that that parks that have pools in them, that dogs jump in there and they can drown. Don't the dogs do the dog paddle? Isn't that where that comes from? Don't dogs all know how to swim? They say, according to the draft rules here, it says that every dog must wear a personal flotation device while in or while having access to a pool area. Whenever the pool is deeper than the height of the dog at its shoulder. They also stipulate that the pool must have at least one lifeguard on duty to watch over the dogs. According to the story, it means buying dog-shaped life vests and hiring extra staff to monitor pool activity. They say this will cost additional money and time. Dog-shaped life vests? Do they have that? Could you buy life vests for dogs, or is this going to be another industry? There is some talk of eliminating the requirement that both life jackets and a lifeguard be required. They're thinking of making it an either-or proposition. They're willing to compromise. See, they can compromise. They can't compromise in D.C., but they can compromise in Colorado. I don't know. They say their goal is to protect the animals in these in the facilities with the pools. They say if they can save one dog's life, that it's all worth it. Other people say that dogs are comfortable with the water and they know how to swim before. It's what I thought. Dog life things. There was a story in Florida. They were talking about this one park where the dogs aren't on leashes, and they want to make it a park where you have to have a leash on your dog, because apparently it's a park that has the frisbee golf, and dogs that weren't on leashes were going and just grabbing the frisbees and running away with them, having a lot of fun. Steve in Indiana. Good morning, Steve.
Personal flotation devices for dogs.
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't that confer onto them personhood, which would de facto make them a human being?
Well, what else would you call it? It's
individual.
Individual flotation device.
There you go.
It's still a person.
I've got an observation to make about your previous subject, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I duck hunt, okay?
Oh, poor ducks. Are you a good shot?
Wait. Come on, don't get me off the point. I feel like John Cass now. I hunt during the season with almost an equal amount of Illinois people and Indiana people, okay? I carry on my person a pistol when I duck hunt. The Illinois guys seem to be real nervous about it, you know? They're all like, why do you carry that? Why do you have that? I mean, God, we're all standing around with shotguns in our hands. They're worried about a pistol on my hip, okay? But it's always the Illinois guys. What is it about Illinois?
Well, they probably think you're going to use the pistol to shoot the ducks.
Jake, you're showing your ignorance.
What?
What do you mean, what? That's another thing about you Illinois guys. You really don't know nothing about guns.
You can't shoot a duck with a pistol?
Well, you can shoot anything with a pistol.
Okay.
I could try to walk up to an elephant and try to shoot it with my .22 pistol.
Okay, the point you're making is?
Yeah, why would I do that?
Because you can. This is America.
Here you go.
You're not supposed to, but you can.
I feel for John Cass. I understand now what he's up against.
What is he up against?
You!
I'm asking you a question.
I know you are. Just like I could walk up and shoot anything with a pistol, you can ask any question. Does it make sense?
Well,
no.
There are certain ways you go hunting. You hunt with your rifle.
No, I hunt with my shotgun. See, like I say, you're showing your ignorance.
Well, I'm not a duck hunter.
I know you're not. None of you guys are. Well, practically none. You know, people that know nothing about guns comment on them.
What did I say about... I'm asking you about duck hunting.
Yeah, you're asking me if I'm going to shoot a duck with a pistol. No, I'm not. You don't shoot ducks with pistols.
I know you're not supposed to, but maybe they think you're going to do something that's not sporting, which is shooting a duck with a pistol.
I think they're thinking I'm going to shoot them because they're from Illinois.
Oh, you didn't say that.
I said I think. They think. I didn't say I was going to shoot anybody from Illinois. But, you know, you guys, you're unique. You're kind of, you know, how we make fun of people from California and stuff, you know, the land of fruits and nuts.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way we all, outside of Illinois, kind of look at you people.
You know, you're calling from Indiana.
Okay, now we're going to go with some slams on Indiana.
No. A lot of people think everybody in Indiana lives in mobile homes, and that's not true, is it?
No, it's not.
Because there's a waiting list.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Steve. Merry Christmas. I'm sorry. He asked for that one. I had to. Although Colorado, with this idea for personal flotation devices for dogs, that may get Colorado to take Indiana's place. See, the people in Colorado have too much time on their hands and too much pot, apparently. They really do. Helen in Mount Prospect. Good morning, Helen.
Good morning. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. And happy Obama Day on Monday.
Oh, God, that's horrible. I think that these people cannot get off the gun subject, are ruining your wonderful show. I love it every year. I've listened to you for 20 years, and I don't like the idea that they just cannot stop talking about all their things.
So what are you packing? A couple 44s?
Yeah, right. I got a couple of candy canes and a Christmas tree. I felt so bad. That's all we've heard now for the last 10 or 15 or 20 minutes from people who've got their own ideas about what to do about this, and we don't have much say anyway in our system here. We can write and send letters, but I just think that your show is usually very uplifting on Saturdays. I love it, and I love your sense of humor, and I just wish that they would get off the subject. Sometimes you take control and you say, I'm not talking about that.
What about the flotation devices for dogs, Helen?
I think that's even worse, but I don't know. The gun subject has been beaten to death since the terrible tragedy, and I think we should not be talking about it this morning, at least to the extent that the gun hunters are. And I'm just sad about that. So, all
right, thank you, Helen. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye. Speaking of dogs, there's a story here. Dog fights venomous snake to save two little girls. The dog is now recovering at a animal hospital. And to that I ask, what do cats ever do? Do you ever see stories like that about cats? Never. Bob in Plainfield. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, Jake. I used to have a big boat on Lake Michigan, and we had an 80-pound lab. And so when me and the family would go out on a big boat, we would take our dog with. And they have a life jacket you can buy them anywhere for dogs, and it looks like a saddle for a horse. Only they got a Velcro strap that goes around the neck, and then one that goes around the belly. And you just strap it on the dog because, he's going to jump in the lake. And if you're 5-6 miles out, I don't care how much a dog can swim. He ain't going 5 or 6 miles. But it's probably more of a comfort factor for the people that own the animal. He goes in, the life jacket holds them up really well. And then it's easy for you to, grab them and pull them back out of the water.
All right. Now, okay, I was having fun with the people of Colorado for this.
Okay.
Now, I understand if you're going out into the lake, you'd want to keep your pet safe. I understand that. I have no problem with the dog going out into the lake having a life jacket on. But if you're around a little pool, like in a swimming pool area at a park, come on.
That's true.
Don't you think you're embarrassing that your poor dog? He's got to walk in front of all those people saying, "Look at me. I'm a sissy dog because they don't think I can swim."
Well, around a little pool, maybe they should have water wings for each leg.
Jeez, you're terrible. Thank you, Bob.
Bye.
Oh, come on. The dogs, let the dogs have some dignity, please. Please. Don't you think they'd be embarrassed with their little flotation device? Anyway, 7:46, back right after this.
89